Hello everybody, my name is Jeff Janess with the Spring Stewardship Institute in Flagstaff, Arizona, and thank you all for coming to take a look at our poster. Our organization's focus is entirely on spring ecosystems, and we're excited to try out this new drone technology to see if it could help us understand and manage springs better. There's obvious advantages to drones. They provide access to otherwise inaccessible places, such as high-hanging gardens or places you need rappelling gear to get to. We hope to see if drones could also provide a simple way to generate a 3D topographic model of a spring and its surface outflow path. Now, there's technologies available to generate 3D models of the landscape. Probably the most powerful of these use LiDAR to generate highly detailed 3D point clouds using laser pulses. However, we are unaware of any drone-mounted LiDAR equipment that we could even dream of affording. But fortunately, there are alternatives, and an analytical method called structure from motion is able to generate 3D models from a series of overlapping photographs. The underlying concept should be familiar to anyone who's ever played with those ViewMaster toys as a kid. Software can now take a set of overlapping photographs and generate millions of 3D points from them, and from these points we can generate a 3D model of the shape of the land. We tried out two popular software packages to do this. One was the free open source tool called Open Drone Map, and the other was the commercial Esri product called Drone 2 Map. We found clear pros and cons to each tool. The free tool Open Drone Map was way more affordable than Esri's Drone 2 Map. Did a better job of avoiding artifacts in one test, but it had downsides in that it didn't generate a 3D model over the entire area, and it didn't produce output that was easy to load into GIS, and worst of all, it failed completely in the second test. Now, Esri's Drone 2 Map managed to generate 3D models in both of our tests, and the data were immediately loadable into a GIS where we could analyze it in any way we normally analyze GIS data. In general, though, we have not been terribly excited about our success so far. The structure from motion method appears to work very well on lightly vegetated areas or hard rock surfaces, such as this rock outcrop at Picture Canyon here in Flagstaff, Arizona. The tool is able to generate an accurate set of 3D points by identifying some landscape feature on overlapping images, and this method should work well with springs that are primarily hard rock surfaces, such as hanging gardens. And actually, in this example, we were very pleased with the output. However, springs are notable for the amount of vegetation that occurs at them. We had trouble at our other test site. We took another series of photographs at this place, LO Spring, near Garland Prairie, Arizona, which has a great deal of grass cover surrounding the outflow channels, and a dense growth of reeds in the pools. And here the structure from motion algorithm apparently had some trouble picking out identical points on the landscape in overlapping photographs. The 3D model only vaguely resembles the actual topography of the area and has this interesting two-level effect that roughly corresponds with the levels of the lower grasses and the tops of the reeds. Now, this 3D model is not useful to us, and we were concerned that the majority of springs we want to apply this method to may have similar levels of vegetation. So our next step is to try these methods on a set of springs ranging from no vegetation to heavy vegetation, and hopefully we'll understand the limitations that vegetation will cause us. And with any luck, we'll figure out ways to work around the errors. We'll see on that. And Esri's next version of Drone 2 Map is advertising some new algorithm for generating point clouds, so we look forward to testing that on some of our more heavily vegetated springs. We'll just see how it goes. Anyway, thanks again for coming to take a look, and please feel free to contact us if you'd like to discuss this. Our contact info is in the program.